Hi guys! So today I'm going to show you how I get ready for work. And so first up, I prime my face with the Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer. This is by far the best primer I've ever tried. Previously I've used the Makeupforever HD primer and it isn't as lightweight as this one. So this is just super easy to blend in, and you can't really feel it in your skin, and it dries and absorbs really fast. So my foundation of the day is the Giorgio Armani Lasting Silk UV Foundation, and I'm in the shade number 5. I'm using this today because I have a client meeting, so I want to look a bit better. If not, usually I would, sometimes go for the Bourjois Healthy Serum Mix or even my Innisfree Cushion Foundation. But today I'm going for the Giorgio Armani, and as you can see, I'm using the Real Techniques buffing brush just to buff it all in. This foundation also kind of brightens my face, so I really like it. So next up, I'm using the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser for dark circles, and the one I'm using is the Neutralizer. Yep. So I used to use the Touche Éclat from YSL, but this is just so much easier to slap on and buff it in. Yeah, and it's cheap as well. So I'm just using this eyeshadow brush from Real Techniques, and I just like the shape of it, and it just blends in the concealer very well on my face. So after buffing, I'm actually going to draw in my eyebrows. This is the Innisfree eyebrow pencil, which has a angled tip, and this is much faster for me compared to me using my Hourglass one, which I only use for special occasions. And here I am measuring my eyebrow. I'm adding on a few more hairs in front because this side seems to be shorter than the other side. And if you can notice, I have a red kind of marking right here on this particular eye. Now this is the remnants of my eyebrow tattoo session like 3 years or 4 years ago. It was highly popular to go for eyebrow embroidery, and basically what they do is they tattoo in the shape of your eyebrow so you don't have to draw them every single day, which I thought was a brilliant idea. And they assured me that the tattoo would fade after a couple of years, but obviously it has been like 3 to 4 years right now, and that red mark has never faded. Woe is me. So I always have to draw my eyebrows slightly thicker just to cover up that portion right there. Okay, so after my eyebrows, I usually move on to my eyes. Here I am using the Aqua shadow by Makeupforever, and it's a shimmery champagne shade. And what I do is actually I draw on my eye bags. Yeah, quite a thick line, as you can see, because it really helps to cover a portion of the dark circles, so it looks like I have lesser bags. Like so. And then I will use my MAC paint pot. This is the shade Bear Study, and I just slap it on my lid to even out any kind of discoloration all the way up to my eyebrows. Yep. Oops, I think I applied a bit too much on that side, but never mind, it can be easily blended out. Okay, so just these two basic steps really help to brighten my entire eye area because I usually look quite tired, and yes, so this really helps to freshen up the look. Next, tight lining. This is really important to open up your eyes. I'm using my favorite navy blue eyeliner. It's also from Makeupforever because I think they are really, although not as buttery soft as the Urban Decay ones, but they last a very long time. They are like waterproof, and I also do the lower 1/3 of the eye. After this, I move on to lining my eye, and this eyeliner is by Me Heroine Makeup. It's a pretty good eyeliner. Oops, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, so basically it's quite difficult for me to line like so. so it's a very messy liner for today because I don't think I'm like used to lining my eyes looking into the camera. As you can see, I don't really know what I'm doing. Okay, moving on to my eyeshadow. I am gonna put on this beautiful taupey neutral shade from the Chanel eye palette, and I just basically use it to create a crease or like a shadow, because obviously I don't have a very deep crease, so I need to create it like so. And then I move on to smoking out the eyeliner, because right now it's really messy and very stark. The shade that I'm using is actually the last shade in the palette, the purple one. It's like a smoky purple, quite matte. So I just kind of buff it onto my liner and smoke it out. So creating kind of like more dimension to my eye, I suppose. Okay, last step. Take the highlighter shade with a fluffy brush and then just fluff it in just to make sure everything is blended, not too weirdly sharp. And then moving on to mascara. I don't usually wear mascara, seriously. I'm just trying this out for the sake of the video. Seriously, I think this mascara has dried out on me. It's the Makeupforever Smoky Lash, which I really have enjoyed for a long time, but I haven't been using it for a long time. So as you can see, it makes no difference whatsoever to my eyes, and yeah, I guess I need to buy a new one. Moving on to bronzing, I use the Bourjois bronzing powder, and this is the Delice de Soleil. I have no idea but this is for fair medium skin, and the brush that I'm using is the Clio brush in number 27. It's a huge fluffy fan brush, but I also like to use the tiny brush provided in the bronzing powder, just for a sharper, more contoured look. Yay, blush, my favorite. This is the Rosy Glow Duo Blush that I've been loving. It's so pretty. It's even though in the pen it looks pretty bright, but really on the skin it looks very natural. It just gives you a natural flush. Love this blush. I highly recommend it to anyone. I also like to put a bit on my nose. Yeah, don't ask me why. Lips, I'm using the Duo Lip Glow, and this is the most precious lip balm I have. It's luxurious, it looks really pretty, and it's very moisturizing on the lips. So I put that first as a base. Then for some color, I'm using my YSL Rouge Volupté Shine, and this is in the number 19. I know it looks really scary in the tube, but really it's a very sheer magenta pink. Oh, it's beautiful, and I only apply it in the inside of my lip because I want to create some kind of like a gradient lip, and then I just do that just to give myself a bit of color. Okay, the most important last step is to actually powder and set everything. So I use the HD Makeupforever powder. I love this powder. It is my holy grail, and I just buff it in using the Sigma powder brush, and I love it. So I use it just to set everything down, to keep everything in place for the entire day. Okay, so close up of my overall look. A neutral eyeshadow, gradient lips. Okay, enough of me. Have you seen enough of me? I'm gonna move on to my outfit now. Bye! So for my work outfit, this is actually a dress from Korea that is super comfortable and pleated. I am carrying my Tots D bag in the color, I don't know, well, it's a burgundy red. It's a beautiful deep red, and as you can see, it has been very well loved. I've used it every day. It matches my lip color. Perfect. And for accessories, I'm just wearing my usual stack cuffed bracelets. The necklace is from Tiffany's. It's a small Star of David necklace, and I love the pleating on my dress. It is love, love, love. Okay, so that's all. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye!